So real quick, I need to fill in a few things. I'll circulate the scorecard once everything's filled in for this week. Looks like Annie got his number in there. Ria got her number in there. Callie, I'll ask her about that. Carolyn, do you know what the average time to first response was on Zendesk? Anything?
Grabbing it now.
All right, cool. We can do it right after, and what I'll do is I'll circulate it, but I think it'll help. And then Ivy, do you know the number of new mentors that we added?
No, not actually. Haven't checked.
All right, let me see here. An easy way to look at that, Ivy, is actually to filter, go to mentors database and go to date added and sort by the latest date.
Yeah.
Just do a quick count. So let's start with Deb. Ja, you want to just talk about what's been going on?
Yeah. So starting with the app, last week we pushed the updates for more of stability for the app. So nothing major on the user sides, some bug fixes. Now we have a tool called Bugsnag, which captures any bugs from users. And this weekend we got lots of emails from Bugsnag. This is the priority for the app dev team now. So they're fixing lots of these bugs. And they also changed, again, how we list comments. Because one thing I noticed after adding a comment is that, well, you use the app, include a comment, and then it go, sends you back to the thread, but you don't see the comment. You just go to the original post. So you should scroll down the list so you could see the comment. They changed the elements they were using to do that, and I think they will push something live this week with these updates
They had
help to create a.
Yeah, they pushed something late last week. I think Friday it became available. What was on that one? Do you remember what was included in that latest one?
Just these updates. So it was more code updates. There were no new features.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
And so I think we should ask Hannah to help us with the design for our forms on the app because they are pretty ugly now.
Okay.
And a guy gave us 1 star because the app doesn't work on iPads. So should we just ignore that? Should we think about adapting the app for the iPad too?
It doesn't work at all.
I'm not sure because that's just an option. We can choose if we want to make it available on the iPad or not. But if we do, we need to adapt the design for the iPad as we have more space. If we don't, then there's just going to be it's going to look like a huge iPhone app on the iPad.
I mean, you might want to let it just be a huge iPhone app on the iPad, at least let it work. Rather than, I think, just so people can consume it and still use it. Yeah, if we can do that, if we just click a button to make it available on there, I would do that.
Okay, I'll talk to Alex then to do that. On the website, we made some changes on the hot top URLs, so we don't have the /hot URLs anymore. Mm-hmm. They are just redirected to the top URLs. Artem made an update to cancel subscriptions. That was pretty cool because that saves time. So users, if they want to cancel their subscription, they just have to go to the user profile, click on a link, and that's going to cancel their subscription. So before that was an email sent to Ivy, and then Ivy had to go. Yeah, exactly.
So is Ivy still getting notifications for that now, or turn that off?
I still do.
Getting notifications, so we could probably turn that off for you. I don't know. Is that through the system, Zhao, that she's getting those emails, or just through Infusionsoft, you think?
It's our system. We send those notifications. I haven't disabled them because I wasn't sure that it actually cancels the subscription in Infusionsoft. I changed the status from active to inactive, but I'm not 100% sure that it's enough.
Ivy, is that what you do when you're manually doing it, changing it from active to inactive? Is that all you did? Is that all you have to do for it to trigger?
Hey,
Ivy?
Patrick.
Yeah, you there?
Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, when I get the notification, I check on Fusion, it gets inactive, but the recurring charges is still yes. So I still have to click no.
Okay, so you hear that, Artem? There's another thing, another drop down called recurring charges. Yes, that's to be no.
Okay, I'll check that.
Okay. Do we know if it worked though, Ivy? You said it worked. Well, it worked in the sense that
It inactive.
it changed it to inactive, but it was still keeping yes on the recurring charges, which is weird. I don't know why you'd have to do both, but I don't know. I think we had done it before. We tried inactive, and then it still didn't work. It kept charging them, right? Okay. We'll look into that right after. Joe, anything else? Deb?
Yeah, there's a minor update. We included the certified user star on mobile, the mobile version of the site. We didn't have that. The mentor search also, there was a bug fix sent that removed the duplicate entries on search. And Andre made an update for Google snippets. So we included more meta tags. So when we have a question and we have like the most voted comment, that becomes like the answer. So we pushed that update too. So that's
Great.
important. Yeah.
That's great. And that was done on Friday?
Yes.
Awesome. And then it looks like everything got indexed with it, the entire site got re-indexed with the new score, node score as the very cool.
There's another thing. We also sent an update for our CSS files. So Andre was able to extract bootstrap classes. So based on their breakpoints. So depending on the size of the screen, we have separate files. And now instead of having just everything combined into one thing, we have a list of files on the code. And depending on the size of the screen, the browser renders the CSS or not. So that helps with rendering the whole page for users.
Very cool. All right. Anything else on the support side? Or sorry, on the dev side?
No, dev side, that's it.
Okay. Great. You guys want to jump into support? Ivy or Sam? Or Carolyn now? Anything you're seeing any?
I think Ivy might have.
Dropped off?
Ivy might have left. Maybe she's having a connection issue.
Sure. Any patterns you guys are seeing last week?
I think we spoke too soon on the refunds because as soon as you and I had that conversation, we got like 3 requests in last week for refunds on the courses.
Oh, okay. So we're still getting high refund rate.
I mean, I don't know if it's enough to make a dent in the numbers that we looked at, but as soon as we had that talk, a few came in.
Yeah, I saw something like the mentor hours. We get a 3-hour mentor refund. Do we get any sense of what that was?
I saw one, and I think it's because like the person might have gotten an offer or something, but I don't remember exactly. Ivy, Patrick said that there was a 3-hour mentor refund. Do you remember what that was about?
Yeah, she got an offer.
Oh, okay.
So we have to refund it. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Outside of our control, so that's fine.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything new going on. Matt and Carolyn, do you have anything to add? And Nathan, sorry.
I didn't really see any one thing in particular more often than anything else. So no, I don't believe so.
Okay, cool. And Nathan was hitting LinkedIn hard last week, and Nathan, you want to talk a little bit about like biz dev and what you've been doing?
Yeah, sure. So I've been reaching out to ex-IB people who are now in PE on LinkedIn. I think I did 300, maybe 400 last week. So fingers crossed there should be some meetings coming in from that. I checked and there's 5 meetings on your calendar for this week, Patrick, from the outreach that's been done. So fingers crossed we can get that up to like maybe another 5 to up to 10.
Got it. Okay. For the week prior, it was how many, do you think? 5?
Previous week, I believe, 5, maybe 6.
Okay. And then we started the podcast outreach as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. But how many people did we? It was just the big shots, right? That we're trying to.
Well, we reached out to, I would say, 3 or 4 big shot podcasters, and the remaining 5 or so, they were more kind of just mid-level podcasters.
One person to book a call with.
Yes, we did. We got one podcast, and his call, I believe, is on Wednesday or Thursday.
Great. Yeah, I think Wednesday this week.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then Matt, we talked about
Where are we at? Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Where are we at with getting you on podcasts? Is that still an initiative that we're working on, or?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Sorry.
That's not about getting you to interview people.
No, yeah, we're doing that. There's the initial outreach that Nathan's doing to like 300. That's like 100 a day of people who have investment banking and private equity backgrounds. Then there's the outreach to other podcasters, either people who do startup podcasts or finance podcasts, and trying to get me on there for the cross promo opportunity. Ideally, a big one. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you should reach out to HubSpot.
Yeah. Okay.
They do like it's so like NPR does this podcast. It's called How I Built This, but that's like a little too big for you. That's like Dyson and stuff.
That's huge.
Justin loves that podcast, but HubSpot does one, and it's called Weird. And I think like it's still kind of a new podcast, but they're like a bigger company. So I wonder if like there's a way that we could put a twist on it and make it for a WSO.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is kind of a niche company.
We all have these pitches written for different types of podcasts. So, what was it called? You broke up for a second. It's HubSpot's podcast.
Oh, I think it's called Weird Jobs. Yeah, it's HubSpot's podcast, and the host is Sam Bolter, who Justin actually knows and worked with. Okay. But probably not well enough to make an introduction. But Nathan, that could be worth reaching out to him. And I know for a fact his email's on the website, and if you don't have it, then I can give it to you.
Cool.
I'll have a look for that today. I mean, that's it. At the moment, we've done the first batch, and we're looking for a second batch to go after as well. So
there's like unlimited startup and entrepreneurial and MBA blogs and career blogs, or podcasts rather. So I think we should be able to find some. Ideally, we're starting from like the larger ones and working our way down. But yeah, I think we will be able to get on a good number of them. And then social, I haven't checked. So let me check social here. I know we're doing Callie and Ria and Andy. They were doing really well in terms of the number of. Let me see if I can share this here. The outreach they were doing has been really great. This is here last week. So yeah, I won't show that right now, but I'll get that on the scorecard and share it. Once the scorecard is completely full, I'll fill it in and send it around so everyone can take a look, along with some screenshots for that so you guys can see. What else here? So we went through newsletter events, support, dev. For design, Hannah is going to be working to, I think, Sam, I saw you need her to get you a cover, but she's going to be doing a lot of work for the new homepage redesign and a new kind of tracker and forms redesign, just to clean it up a little bit with a kind of a little bit more of a minimalist feel to it. But yeah, the homepage would be pretty dramatic because we're not going to have those cards with the homepage, with like the ones we push to the homepage necessarily. We still can maybe have like the first few be there, but it would maybe not require us to be pushing everything there all the time, which would be nice. It would just be more like the tracker page there, which could free up a good amount of time to do lots of other important projects. But that is probably a good few weeks away before handing it off to Andre. Other stuff that she's working on is, like you said, Jao for mobile app stuff. I think the mobile app, we're up to around 10,000 downloads or approaching 10,000 downloads, maybe 8. And then Drupal 8, Jao, is there any thoughts to that in terms of what, when, and why, or how we're gonna make that leap? I think we've talked about it a lot, but like where we're gonna actually put a pause on everything and try to make that leap.
We were discussing about starting that around February or March.
Okay.
So that also depended on the other backend developer, if we could get the other one or not.
Get the right people, yeah. Get
So that depended on Boden's response.
Yeah, Artem, you got to pull in somebody good. Just trap them. It's the coolest project ever. Oh, just kidding. It's a migration.
The problem is everyone knows about the WSO.
Yeah.
So hard to ensure them that it will be fun.
Yeah. Exactly. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'll shoot over the scorecard once that's all filled in, and then from there, I don't know. Did anybody get a chance to look at the vision tracker sheet? Just kind of what we're going for in the next 3 years to 10 years, and even the next year.
Did you do more updates on that after we talked? Because
I don't know when's the last time you saw it. Maybe.
Okay,
I
I'll
did
check.
more updates around the scorecard for sure.
I'll check again.
Yeah. But the goal is just to have something down here for everybody to kind of aim for, to help us kind of try to reach those milestones. A lot of it's going to be dependent on us actually getting these courses out in terms of trying to hit this higher revenue, because if we don't get the courses out, there's going to be not as much stuff to sell. But I think we can get there. I'm confident with the new courses and with a focused effort on improving our conversions and stuff like that, and the additional reach we're getting on social, it's going to be help us a lot. Real quick before we head off, we did hire two new video editors and podcast editors that are going to be helping us kind of get more consistent in terms of output. They are starting today, so we'll hopefully be able to get our pods up in time and scheduled out and everything like that. Nathan, I don't know if you saw the podcast that was published had something that was supposed to be edited out, but I'll shoot that over to you.
Great.
And then from there, I think that's going to allow us, having them on board will allow us to do more interesting stuff. Like, we're going to be getting a ton more snippets for the team, for the social team. Eventually, Isabel will be able to get you like a cool intro too for Ask WSO, which I'm excited about. If you look at Ask WSO, the views on that show are trending higher and higher just because we're embedding them into the top content because they're very topical. So I think as we build more and more of those episodes, I think it's just going to help continue to drive the subscriptions on the channel, which are getting higher and higher. It's not like a hockey stick, but every week it's a little bit more, which is nice to see. So yeah, I think that's it for now, guys. If there's anything else, just shoot me a message on Skype. I'm going to be out most of today, but I'll be on my phone.
All right, thanks.
Not good.
Amen.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
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 And thanks to you, my listeners at Wall Street Oasis. If you have any suggestions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to send them my way, patrick@wallstreetoasis.com. And until next time.